Hello and welcome to the first of a mini-series on how to use the program Maya, Autodesk Maya. What I'm going to do in this short movie is to go through the screen basics, Maya screen basics. And what I've got up here on my computer is a PDF that I wrote some time ago that shows how each of these various things work and what they do. So I'm leaving this up here for the moment so you can pause this and have a look at it at your leisure. Let's bring up Maya, so I'll click on Maya at the bottom there, like that. And here we have it. So what we have here is the interface of this program. So let's zoom in and have a look at what the various things do. So for example, if I was to zoom into here, across there like that, here we have the creation tools. So if you want to create a polygon or a different kind of shape, a torus, a cone, cylinder, square, sorry, it's a cube or a sphere, this is where you do it from. If you want to produce a surface, you can produce curves, you can produce various kind of things basically. So that's where you'd select one of these and then drag and drop in this area here. The next thing I want to show you is the selection tool. So along here you can sort out how you're going to select your various kind of things. So select by handle objects, select by joints. So if there's a joint in your model, you can select the joints. Select, what's this one? Select curves, surfaces, deformation objects, dynamic objects, rendering objects, and various other miscellaneous objects. If we go from this one here, which is select object by type, to select component by type, you can then go in and then select points. So if on the surface of something, you can select the point, you can select the palm, the line components, face components. Basically, this will be when you're actually adjusting the shape of a primitive object that you've got in your screen, like that. Moving swiftly on, we've got the snap tools here, quite useful. So snap to grids, snap to curves, snap to points, various things like that. Moving along, here are the render tools. I'm not going to go deeply into variously how you do this yet. I will be going into that in a later movie. And this is basically the main menu bar here. Going along a bit further and down, in fact I think I will zoom out a little bit. This is what's called the channel box in this area. Usually when you've got something up on screen, you'll see all the information attributed to the channel box. The layers box, if you've got different kind of layers to your animation or to your building, you'll be finding those in there. Animation preferences button, very useful, that one. If you click on this one here, that will actually give you, you can control how long your time slider will be, what the playback rate will be, various things like that basically. That one, that's toggles auto keyframe on and off. I usually prefer to have it kind of on, so when I move something it sets a keyframe automatically. You can have it set to off if you want, but I always forget, so I kind of set that to that. Playback control, so you can play forward, play back, various things like that. This will be the end time of what your time slider is showing here. And this is the range slider, so if I click on that we can move it along like this. That's where frame 1 is. I can move to frame 2, frame 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that, so we can move along there like that. A help line here, usually this basically always seems to give you messages about things that have gone wrong and things you've done wrong. It's supposed to kind of help you out with various things. Obviously this is the view plane. If you press the spacebar quickly, it will go to 4 different view planes. Put your mouse above one of them, press it again quickly, and it goes to that. You did notice something there as well. If you press the spacebar and hold it, you end up with this here, which I've completely forgotten what it is, but it means that you can get to some of these useful kind of things you want to use very kind of quickly basically. Otherwise over here, and again let's zoom into these lovely things here like that, we've got our select and transform tools. So the most important one, the move tool, then the rotation tool, then the scale tool, and this one, universal manipulator, soft modification tool, and the show manipulator tool. But these are the real basic ones to remember: the move, the rotate, and the scale. You can actually jump to different sorts of viewpoints with this little thing here, like that. Get back to the basic one you're at before. That's where you can find your kind of curves. So again, let's zoom out. So I've got a version of it with the animation in. I'll be showing you how to use curves later. And I think that's probably about it for the screen basics. So just wait for the next movie, please.